Hello everyone, this is Jim and welcome to episode 3 of oTech Minecraft. As you can see behind us, there's been a little bit more work since last time. We've been establishing a bit more of a base, and we have made a trip to the Nether already. It wasn't quite as exciting as on the O2 server. We don't have Lycanite mobs on this, but so not as many deaths in the Nether. Just one or two from blazes, but we'll duck in shortly and have a quick look. But first of all, let's have a quick look at the new base. We're just getting established in here. We've moved basically all the machines and things from our little hut over there, and sort of set up some more machines, a bit more storage and things here, just having a sort of bit more space to work with. So we've got basically the basics from a lot of the mods, a lot of the thermal expansion, Ender IO, Galacticraft, and then a lot of manual machines over here, blue power and things like that. So a lot of the simple machines just to get sort of started with things. Now you might also see there that solar panel is on an angle there. We probably should have made the advanced solar panel last time, but turns out it's better. So it follows the sun, so we get a lot more power coming out of it regularly. But we have the old one up here as well, just to get a bit more power. And we do have a little bit of energy storage, just the basic ones to start with. But if we do a quick RF, and then so instead of it sort of fluctuating throughout the day, depending on where the sun is, you'll get a full amount of energy as it follows the sun around. Much nicer. Well, it's still not our ultimate power solution, of course, but it's a good start for now. It keeps us running with the machines, when we need them. Using some of the Z-tones blocks for the floor might be a little bit too much maybe for this floor, but if we do a nice plain-ish ceiling and walls, then it probably won't be too bad. And a few carpenter's blocks there, and chisel as well. Just to sort of spruce up the place. As you can see, it's not finished, and a blast furnace from the Nether as well. So we'll just duck into the Nether, have a quick look, and see what it's like. Yeah, it's not too dangerous now. It's just really just your normal mobs. We don't have any extra additional mobs on this server for the Nether. But there are a couple of other things you do have to watch out for once we get through. Once my world loads and I stop plummeting through the ground. Seems to happen all the time on this server. Whenever I die or log in for the first time, I just plummet through the world until the world's loaded. At least it's not killing me, which is good. So that's what we have to contend with in the Nether. We've got these big gas balls. Though that one zaps and will sort of zap you as you get too close to it. So if we stand a bit closer, is he going to zap us? Oh, there he goes. So yeah, if you lose a little bit of health from that, something's on the fire down there. So there's a lot of those around, which it actually helps a little bit with the ghasts, because if they get too close to those electrical clouds, they get zapped and you can hear them off in the distance getting hurt. Oh, what was that? Ah, phantoms. Oh well, we do have these too. Don't die, don't die. Oh, just started. Got him? No, I didn't hit a pig man. Oh yeah, and the zombie pigmen tend to fall victim to those clouds as well. And if you run into those, they'll hurt you. So yeah, so there's a lot more, and there's more metallurgy ores to mine around here as well. So we'll get some. Yeah, it's not safe in there. So we've got some more metals as well to come from mining in here. So yeah, so it's a bit safer, but again, you just got to be a little bit careful. We did have the portal spawn right in this sort of with these smouldering ones that set you on fire if you walk on them, so we have to watch out for that too. Something down there. die around here at some point. Seems to be a lot of XP floating around. Oh well. And then off down that way there's a fairly safe walk through to a nether fortress where there's a blaze spawner, so we can get some blaze rods as well. Pretty standard stuff through there. So we'll head back, and today we want to start working with funky locomotion and making some frame machines. Come on, world, load. Yeah, see, I plummet through the world until the world loads. And hopefully I don't end up going back through to the nether. Okay, we're cool? We're cool. No? Now we're cool. Bit of a pain, but you just stand around for a while and it loads. So yes, we've started playing with funky locomotion. I've had a little bit of a play already. Simon's also playing. We want to get some quarries going, so we'll duck down and have a quick squiz at what Simon's got. I'm not sure if he's completely operational yet, but as you can see, we've got to be careful around here with some mining wells and things, and these frames and frame sliders, pushers. He's got a good little setup here. I'm not sure if it's 100% working. We'll have to, hopefully if he comes on, we can get him to take us through. I've got a setup a bit further down here that I was playing with until I hit a bit of a snag, which, where was I? Up here? Somewhere around here. Problem with this scaffolding, they're not light ladders. If you move off them, you'll fall. Oh, I am further along. Oh, I wonder if Simon's thing went through mine. No. No, it did. Oh, okay. There's stuff missing again. Okay, where's all my stuff? I did have some things here, and they're not here anymore for some reason. Wonder if Simon was using them or if something else has happened. Alright, I'll restock and we'll start playing. Okay, so this is the basic layout for getting our frame quarry to move along. We want it to head off in this direction. So we've got a frame pusher and a frame slider. This one's with these little, the blue bit touching the frames here, so that it'll, and the arrow pointing that way, so it'll slide this whole lot along that way. He'll stay in the same spot, and it'll move this guy, who'll then slide across to here, and then he'll then push from here that guy back into place. And from that, it then slides along in that direction. Just got survivalist generators. These don't generate very much power at all, but if we can get coal coming in from the quarry itself, which will be in the front bit there, then we'll keep these powered. This one won't need very much power because it's only pushing one block, but this one will need more because it's going to slide the whole contraption, so it'll need more power. So it's just an example. Let's go like, so then this guy will activate, slide it all along, and then this guy will push him back into place like that. So that's the overall mechanism of how this is going to move forward. So then on the front we're going to use a combination of autonomous activators and terrain smashers. The terrain smashers have some issues in that I was planning to use these originally, but you can't connect pipes and things to them. So transfer pipes, buildcraft pipes and things just won't connect to them. They don't seem to have an internal inventory that means that pipes can connect to them. They just spit out the stuff into a chest or anything that has an inventory on the other side. So you can put a chest there or a transfer node and it'll spit things out. It just then gets tricky with the layout because we want the frames to touch every block that we want to move. So we can sort of wangle these in with some autonomous activators, and we'll put picks in the autonomous activators. But I'll get some things in place and show you the overall mechanism of what we're planning. Okay, so here's the basic setup we've got. Now, I have to point out this is not the most efficient design or anything. I'm sure there's better ways of doing this, but this is what I'm going for. So we've got the sliders and things. If we have a redstone block here, these will fire on a block update. So when this guy slides everything across, this guy will then immediately activate to push him back. But up the front here, we've got some autonomous activators. I'm going to put a bit of a wall of these here. These aren't set up yet, but they will have some picks in them. So they'll then break whatever they come across with the picks, put them in their inventories. We then have a retrieval node here, which will then fetch the stuff and put it in the gold chest there. And hopefully I've got all these covers and hollow covers and things right, so that everything is all connected. There's probably some we don't actually need. Could put some in this gap here, but we've got a limited number, so we'll leave those for now. Once they're here, then some things will be filtered out. So we've got an item filter in here for coal, and an item filter in the green slot for coal, and then in the blue slot, things that we just want to throw out immediately. So flint, gravel, cobblestone at the moment. If we find we're getting other things building up in here, then we can also send them into the trash can. So all the goodies will be in this gold chest initially. Later on, we might even extend it out so that this is a buffer, and then have an ender chest somewhere in the line here before the trash can, maybe move it or something and put it here to send it back to the base. But for now, we'll just use a gold chest. Now, in terms of the autonomous activators, we want some picks. I've decided to go with metallurgy ores. I've got some different kinds here. A lot of these are alloys and things made from the nether ores and things. There were some ores around the place that we couldn't pick up here until we went to the nether and made some nether level picks and things, so like this one. So these are the picks that do have a high durability and should last a long time and can break pretty much anything. So we'll make 4 kelendrite picks. And for these, for example, if we have a look, so yeah, durability 1000. So this one should, last quite a while. So we'll just make those 4 for now, seeing that's we only need 4 to start with. Pick up this. Okay. So in each one of these, we'll put it here. We'll set it to randomly. Oh, the retrievers. Oh, I probably should set this up first. Use first slot only. Left click, not sneaking. So, did the retrieval node take from here? That's interesting. Okay, I hadn't thought of that. Somewhere? Where'd he go? Okay. He's definitely gone, is it? Where is it gone? Okay, in there. Okay, so we've discovered some flaws with my system already. So this one's taking anything from there and then searching around and then doing the filtering. So we're going to have to change how this gets stuff out here, because it's going to take anything out of the chest and then try and find a spot for it. So we might put on a smaller buffer chest there first, and then extend this back one, and then have the gold chest at the back. It's probably better to have all the items end up at the back anyway, because if this is boring through the wall there, then we want to be able to access it. Okay, good. We've found a floor already, so I'll do a bit of a rearrange and come back. Okay, so we've got the chest that moved it back a bit here, with the same filter on the trash can here. But now in the retrieval node, we've got an inverted fuzzy item filter, and so the fuzzy ignores the metadata, and the inverted means it'll ignore it rather than filter on it. So I've got it set to calendrite and enolishite pickaxes, so that one of those and one of those. So now it's not taking this guy. So let's just do a check. We'll let this break a block and see then. Okay, so it's breaking it. Cool. Hang on a sec. Alright. Why don't they pick them up? That's another issue. I thought it would put it in its inventory. Or is there something... Okay. That throws a whole new spanner in the works. I'm going to have to go and have a squiz and see what Simon's done to make it actually pick stuff up, because that's I thought it would put it immediately in its inventory. Let me go have a sticky beak. Okay, well here's a solution that doesn't really make sense, but it seems to work. So yes, these break blocks, but they don't seem to suck them up. They just break them. They do whatever tool you've got in here, it does it. So if you were here with a pick, the item would drop down until you picked it up. So that's fair enough. So I've got a terrain smasher here, but what this seems to do is this thing breaks it and it drops, but this thing seems to suck it up, which is odd. We'll turn off all the sides here. So if we put a bit of dirt there and let it break the dirt, so it doesn't get dropped, this guy seems to have picked it up. So now if we'll turn off that output for a moment, and then output this guy to the bottom down into there. So there's the dirt. So very, very strange, very strange. It doesn't seem to make sense that this is a vacuum, sort of a vacuum hopper type thing. I thought it would just break the block in front of it like that, rather than actually suck things up as well. Well, actually, what happens if we just throw that in the air? Yeah, so it's picking up things in front of it too. Oh, there you go. I suppose that's a feature of the terrain smasher. I thought it just broke blocks, but it turns out you can it'll pick up things in front of it, pick up items as well. So that's what we'll do. We'll make sure there's one of these around close by each. I think that's what Simon's done. That's why I thought I'd give this a go, because that's how he's done it as well. So in terms of terrain smashers, we've got one there, and I've got a couple more, so we should have enough. So I'll get everything ready. I'll just get these other, well, get a little bit more going, and we better do a bit of a test run, I guess, to make sure it all works. Alright, heading back down at the moment. There we go. I've just ducked up to make some speed upgrades. We'll definitely need these. We'll probably want more too. I've just got 4 at the moment. We'll put them in the retriever and just check how quickly it goes through the numbers there. We will want some in this guy too, I think, or else this one's going to get full too quick. But for the moment, we'll just put them in there. I've got the extra row, so we've got the top row there, two more autonomous activators there, and the terrain smashers on the edges. Hopefully I've got all the frames in the right spot and everything wired up correctly. We'll find out, I guess. Put a little bit of coal in this one to sort of buffer the power in this frame slider, seeing this guy's the one who does the most work. So, timer. At the moment I've just got 15 seconds just because 15 seconds. This is a blue power timer. We've got Project Red and blue power on the server. I thought I'd try the blue power one and see how it goes. So, let's turn it on, see what happens. 15 seconds before it starts. Now, hopefully it'll move everything forward on the first slot. It shouldn't be touching anything anywhere at the moment. So, hopefully that first one will go forward. Or not. There was a tick there, wasn't there? You know what? We'll do a manual one first. Just in case. Okay, right. Alright, that's interesting. Right, so he's gone forward. He moved back, good. He's still got a bit of power. So, first things first, it's moved forward by itself. Now, did it take everything with it? Let's have a quick check around. So, yes, got everything here. Didn't leave any parts behind if something wasn't connected properly. All the pipes seem to have moved. Everything, all the covers and things here look like they've all gone correctly, which is good. And let's see. We have a quick just check. Ooh, that's a torch. Right, so he's been worn down a bit. Now let's just have a quick look in front. So, nope. Yep. No. Looks like every block was broken in the front there, in front of it, which is good. So now we'll move it forward another block, give it another test. See how it goes this time. Like that. Cool. So it has gone forward that time as well. Let's have a look again. See where. So these blocks are touching there. That's okay. So everything there. So then let's try go forward one more and see what happens. Okay, yes. Good. Good. Actually, while we're here, so we're getting some stuff in there. Okay, that one's not too bad as well. He's not full up or anything. Quick look in front. There. Yes, good. Okay. Well, now I did notice with these blue power timers that they didn't seem to be giving a tick out every time. Now it could be, let's see, if we chuck this guy on the ground, just get a bit of redstone. So yes, it seems to be all alright there, but see, that one didn't actually trigger the redstone signal. So yeah, they don't seem to be triggering every time. Whether it actually is and something has happened, you'd think the redstone at least would light up. Or maybe it needs to have a longer pulse coming out as well. So there's a few things there, but we'll want a timer going, definitely, to keep it running. But for the moment we'll just do a couple more manual little goes, and like that didn't go forward. Okay, there we go, something's happened here. He's got stuck. Why has he got stuck? So that one's blocked off, so that shouldn't be connecting. There's nothing here that should be connecting. Let's have a look underneath. This is always the fun part of these sort of frame quarries. So none of those things should be connecting. Let's see, anything else? Always hard to know if there's something stuck, if it's stuck to a block somewhere. Alright, if I've moved those out of the way and then do it, let's see if that moves. No. Oh, maybe up here. Did I forget this one up the top here? Like that. And I think the rest are just covers without covers, so maybe if we now put a block there and there we go. Cool. Oh, okay, now the switch is always on, so it'll actually go when it can, probably when it's got enough power or the blocks have broken quick enough. So is it going to keep going now with that switch on? I can't open the chest, of course, if there's a block on top of it. Cool. Alright, well I might put another layer of blocks above it. So another row of 4 at the top. How many more things have we got? We've got 1, 2, so we've got enough for an extra row. So I'll put that on top and give it a bit more testing and we'll see how we go. Okay, I'm just back up at the base briefly. The ticks on the timer, whether it be the blue power or the project red one, don't last enough. They're too quick for the frame sliders to activate. So just got a repeater to lengthen the pulse a bit. Now watching this again, even though it does, this always comes on if you're going through the repeater. We saw downstairs before that it just didn't seem to tick sometimes, but it does actually seem to be doing it every time now if you're going through the repeater here, which is interesting. So somehow I've got to wangle this little contraption onto our thing downstairs and we'll see how that goes. Okay, just another little aside here. I couldn't fit the repeater and the timer together easily on the quarry without sort of making a few adjustments, but I thought I'd try something different. I made this 3x3 integrated circuit with blue power. Now, if we put, I think we can put like gates. Okay, so like that. If we put a repeater like that, I can adjust that. Can we just put blue wire? Oop. Just leave him. This is okay. Might be a bit. Yep. So then, we make? Put a lever. If we put. Okay. Yep. Good. And then like that. Cool. Oh wow, nice. Can I then pick this up as a whole? No. Bummer. And the next question will be, can the quarry actually move it? We'll give it a go. Okay guys, I think we're all good. We're all working. We've got an integrated circuit here with a timer and a state cell. There we go. The timer's just on 12 seconds just because it was 12 seconds. And so you can see it going around. It'll turn on the state cell for 2 seconds and moving it forward. And we're on our way. We're rolling, which is really good. So now haven't got much coal going, so we're running pretty low on power there. Whoop, I'm falling down a hole. How much power has that got left? So it's using 14,000 for that one each time. So he probably won't move now because he hasn't got enough power. So power may well be the issue, particularly this had a bit of a buffer, so it won't move this fast normally because it can't get that much power. So we may have to look at upgrading the power supply here, but it's working. I think we're all good. But power is definitely going to be the issue. But I think we can worry about that next time. So for today, thanks for watching. We've done good today. Had a good play. Integrated circuits, funky locomotion quarries, can't go wrong. And we'll see you in the next episode.